I used Unity to make this procedural voxel terrain. It's pretty realistic. We have nice mountains, we have hilly terrain. It's using the exact same voxelization technique that Minecraft uses, only generating the faces of the voxels that we see. And the bottom. We're also generating the bottom as well, because I decided to do that. And I used the technique used in a video from a Mojang employee. He did a talk where he talked about how Minecraft uses Perlin noise for terrain generation, and most people assume that Perlin noise is directly responsible for, Minecraft's terrain. Like, the Perlin noise values that you get is what Minecraft uses for its height, which isn't what happens. What happens is we have a spline where the Perlin noise gives us a value called continentalness, and then we map the value that we get from the noise to a certain height. I used 0 through 10 for continentalness, so we're going to get a Perlin noise value from 0 to 10, and then the value that gets returned maps to a certain point. So if we return 10, we will get a value of 1, a height of 1, and then I just multiplied that by 100, so we would get a height of 100. So 0 gives us a height value of 0. As you can see, this is basically how beaches are made, where we start off, we get values that are pretty low, and then if we get a Perlin noise return value of like around 5, we jump up suddenly, which gives us this coastline. But it's not as simple as it sounds. It sounds pretty simple, but there was a lot of failed attempts that looked interesting but didn't look like this. And I actually had ChatGPT help me write a noise function that basically, we get a value that's really zoomed out that gives us the body of our land. And then we have one that's zoomed out just a teensy bit, which gives us like hills and stuff, noise for hills. And then we have one that's zoomed in, which gives us details. And we can, scale these. Like this one gives us 1 through 10 values, and this one gives us, values from 0 to 7, and this one gives us values from 0 to 2. And then we multiply these and really scale them down, and then add them together to get our actual continentalness thing. And I'm glad I had ChatGPT do this. I don't think I would have been able to come up with this myself. It makes sense, but I don't think I would have been able to actually come up with this. And then to get the stone spawning on steep surfaces, I basically used the slope formula to basically get the slope of the point on our spline. So, for example, if we returned 10, so our slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So x2 minus x1 would refer to, the places around our point. So if you want to find the slope at, point x, at point 10, we go 10.01, and then at, I think, 9.99. And then the height at those values would be our y2 and y1. And then we calculate the slope. And then when we actually generate and fill in our blocks, if our slope is above 0.5, then we make our blocks stone. So steeper values get stone blocks, which is how mountains are made of stone. And the way we generator chunks is you basically get a 3D array of integers, and each integer maps to a block. So 1 could be, dirt, 2 could be stone, and then we loop through our array, going up to each height value and setting blocks accordingly. We do a bunch of math to generate voxels. But I thought this method was pretty cool. Splines are awesome.